It's been a tricky week. The academics kicked in big time, but actually, fun enough, last class I gave me was during the summer. I think that might be the hottest day of the year as well, so maybe it's, I don't know, coldest always, you know, it's good fun. Try that. Is that better? Okay. So yes, so since we have come out of our homes, that's very good. That's a very positive sign, because Maya does tend to pull us down. That's one of the aspects that it tries to make us lazy, make us think that why should we come here? You know, just think of trying to act without Krishna. But the fact that you're here, that shows that you have you take your bhakti, I'm showing some seriousness towards your bhakti. That's a good thing. So to build on that, we'll start with the Mangala Charan. Those that are aware can follow with me. If you're not aware of the Mangala Charan, it's in the Bhagavad-Gita and the introduction. So it's in the database if you want to look online. Otherwise, just recite along. But generally, we're asking for the blessings from our lordships. Om Jnanam Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurumritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Nidati Swabdandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Labhakavam Shri Guru Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghudanutam Tam Sajivam Sadhavetam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishikamatasya He Krishna Karma Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikanta Radhakanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutadevi Pradamari Pradibhya Vanchakalpa Tarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Vairicha Patinana Pavlebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namani Namaste Saraswate Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadeshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasti Gaur Bhaktavinda. Shri Sankirtan, please. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so today's verse is 7.26. Vedaham, please recite after me. Vedaham Samatitani Vartamanani Charjuna Bhavishyani Cha Bhutani Mam Tu Veda Na Kashchana Vedaham Samatittani Vartamanani Charjuna Bhavishyani Cha Bhutani Mam Tu Vedana Kashchana. Now the synonyms: Veda, no. Aham, I. Samatittani, completely past. Vartamanani, present. Cha and Arjuna, O Arjuna. Bhavishyani, future. Cha, also. Bhutani, all living entities. Mam, me. Tu, but. Veda, knows. Na, not. Kashchana, anyone. O Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that's happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all that are yet to come. I also know all entities, but me, no one knows. like, okay, so that was a translation by Srila Prabhupada, and also here's the purport by Srila Prabhupada, his divine grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki purport. Here the question of personality and impersonality is clearly stated. If Krishna, the form and supreme person of Godhead, were Maya, material, as the impersonalists consider him to be, then like the living entity, he would change his body and forget everything about his past life. Anyone with a material body can't remember his past life, nor can he foretell his future life, nor can he predict the outcome of his present life. Therefore, he cannot know what is happening in past, present, and future. Unless one is liberated from material contamination, he cannot know past, present, and future. Unlike the ordinary human being, Lord Krishna clearly says that he completely knows what happened in the past, what is happening in the present, and what will happen in the future. In the 4th chapter, we have seen that Lord Krishna remembering instructing Vivasvan, the sun god, millions of years ago. Krishna knows every living entity because he is situated in every living being's heart as a super soul. But despite his presence in every living entity as super soul, and his presence as Supreme Person of Godhead, the less intelligent, even able to realize that impersonal Brahman cannot illustrate Krishna as a Supreme Person. Certainly the transcendental body of Sri Krishna is not perishable. He is just like the sun, and Maya is just like a cloud. In the material world, we can see that there is a sun, and that there are clouds and different stars and planets. The clouds may cover all these in the sky temporarily, but this covering is only apparent to elliptic vision. The sun, moon, and stars are not actually covered. Similarly, Maya cannot cover the Supreme Lord. By his eternal potency, he is not manifest to the less intelligent class of men. As it is stated in the 3rd verse of this chapter, out of millions and millions of men, some try to become perfect in this human form of life, and out of thousands and thousands of such perfected men, hardly one can understand what Lord Krishna is. Even if one is perfected by realization of personal Brahman or localized Paramatma, he cannot possibly understand the Supreme Person of God, Shri Krishna, without being in Krishna consciousness. Okay, so as Rasika Prabhu very nicely explained, we're on to chapter 7, the knowledge of absolute truth. And this is the core, first of the core chapters in terms of Bhakti Yoga. And we're actually approaching the end of chapter 7 here. And throughout this chapter, Krishna, because I was explained earlier by Rasika Prabhu, is that Krishna has already explained that Bhakti is the foremost of methods to understand, of spiritualization, to actually achieve Krishna. And in order to achieve Krishna, you have to develop some faith, Shraddha. And how do you develop faith? By getting to know Krishna. Hence, you get to have knowledge of him, you get to have knowledge of the Absolute. So that seems simple enough, but you actually have to take on this process to actually get on with it. And here Krishna is explaining he knows past, present, and future. Okay, so firstly I ask, I think, who knows their past? Everybody knows their past, yes? No? Some people confused?
Just this life.
Just this life? Okay. You've spoken asking, okay, do you remember what happened 2 weeks ago?
Vaguely, because this week I have been pulled down by the, Adi Devi, the cold has hit me. So it was festive, end of the year. We were all resting and enjoying ourselves, thinking about how we had spent the past year and, not making resolutions, but,
Okay, so in other words, no, not really. So I was going to point, things we think we know are past, but if I asked you to record each and every event, everything happened, it's a bit fuzzy. Okay, what about the present? Where are we at the moment?
Shalifan.
Okay, good, somebody answered, I'm getting worried. It's very quiet, everybody seems like either they're completely out of it or just confused. So the present, we know at least we're here, but do we know what's happening outside in the world? No, not really, no. So Krishna is saying he knows about all immunities. And as for the future, well, even if you have a time machine, you can only get to a certain point. You don't know what's going to happen in the future, each and every point and everything. So that's the point. Krishna knows past, present, and future of every living entity, of everything. He knows everything's happening. That is, he's explaining supremacy. In fact, Krishna even states in chapter 11 that he is time, destroyer of worlds, which kind of scares people when they read that verse. That's when Krishna was showing his Virat Rupa, universal form. He's explaining that everything gets destroyed by him because everything in this world is temporary. This world is temporary. So when Arjuna was seeing the Virat Rupa, he was understanding that, I was worried about this. These warriors are going to die. It's going to happen anyway. You're just the instrument towards the Lord's mission. So in that case, Lord is, like the title of this class was, Lord is beyond material time illusion. We established he's beyond material time. He's also beyond illusion because everything's under his control. He's not like us. We get illusioned very easily. The classic example is within our relationships. We get so attached, with family, friends, but these are temporary. They must end. Same with any possessions. You could build the greatest empire. You will have to leave it after this life. That has to be accepted. And Krishna's supremacy is undoubted. And I'll give an example. Who's familiar with, I think everybody's familiar with Karna from Mahabharata, yes? So Karna, especially if you have only knowledge of him from the Mahabharata, the TV series from the 80s, which they did a very good job in, but they did do a very good job, but if your only knowledge from him is there, you think of him a very sympathetic character. You think that, for the most part, he did have some good traits. He's quite noble, charitable. He had to suffer a lot of dishonor, considering he didn't get the respect he deserved at times. Yet, who's familiar with the personality of Dambodhava? No? You are? Okay, anybody want to? Anybody else? Dambodhava. No, okay. So Dambodhava was a terrible demon. And he, as demons do, he acquired great power. He worshipped the sun god, should we say, Suryadev. And in doing so, he pleased Suryadev incredibly. He pleased him, Suryadev said, what do you want? Usually what demons want, they want immortality. Well, Suryadev said, I can't give you that. So they set up the next best thing, which is conditional immortality. And in his case, it's very clever what he asked for. So he asked for 1,000 armors. So these armors will protect you from death. Each armor can only be destroyed one at a time. In order to destroy these armors, you must have done 1,000 years of tapasya. And that's not just enough. Then, if you destroy one of his armors, you die immediately. So, are you getting that? 1,000 armors, must do 1,000 years of tapasya to destroy one of his armors. Destroy one of his armors, you die immediately. In other words, he's practically invincible. He's creating havoc around the world. Nobody can stop him. He can do whatever he wants. Nobody can do anything. So naturally, people are worried. What we do, especially the Devtas, everybody's worried. What do we do? What do we do? Thankfully, there was two personalities who could help: the rishis Nar and Narayana. They had the strength to fight him. Now you think so? Okay, they're incredibly powerful. But how do you get around this conditions? Now, fortunately, they had been meditating for 1,000 years, doing the tapasya for 1,000 years, so they could destroy the first kavach, first armor. But what about the rest? Now, what they did was, so one rishi would fight him, the other one would be doing 1,000 years of tapasya. So that covers two of them. And then once that one rishi dies, the other rishi would bring him back to life, and then they'll swap roles. So we're to the tag team. So one after another, one armor gone. Next thing you know, 999 arms are destroyed. And that's the sense of demons, that they have no intelligence sometimes, that you think after about 100 arms are gone, you think, maybe I should give this a rest. But now, 999 arms gone, and then this Dambodhava, he runs away from the battlefield. And he heads towards Suryadev, and he asks him takes his shelter. So the rishis, Narayana, had to, they say, hand him over. And he said, no, I can't do that, like, he's taking my shelter. Okay. The rishis allowed him to live, but on the condition that he must take birth again, and then they will put an end to him. So he was born in this Dambodha, did take birth once again, and he was born with a kavach. Can you think of anybody who was born with a kavach? What was that? Correct, problem. So exactly. So this girl that we sometimes feel, sympathetic towards, that he was treated badly and whatnot. In fact, he got what he deserved, because what he suffered was his previous karma, as per his atrocities at Dambodha. If anything, he could be considered fortunate, because in the shelter of the sun god, he developed great qualities like being very charitable, being very noble, and ultimately he would actually attain back to Suryadev eventually after his death karma. So it could have been a lot worse for him. The Lord, he understands everything and how it should be. So when we sometimes chastise the Lord, some people do so foolishly thinking that he's being fair. He's not fair. He understands the whole picture. It's we who don't understand the whole picture. And that's how we got to understand towards, for example, when we think Maya, we misunderstand between Yoga Maya and Mahamaya. So Yoga Maya, as Prabhu actually explained in the previous verse, Yoga Maya is it protects the Lord from those that don't really want to get to know him. Yoga Maya's purpose is to bring those that want to lovingly serve him, his devotees close to him. And then that is internal potency. Then there is Mahamaya, that is the external potency, that is for those that want to forget him. So that's the thing. We wonder why we're here. We don't know the exact reason why we're here, like the event as such. But we do know is that we're here because we want to forget the Lord. We want to enjoy without him, that's why we are in this condition. That's why Mahamaya affects us. Nevertheless, we are blessed because, as the purport explains, that those who take to bhakti are blessed in the sense that most people, when they think of God, I think you would agree that most people, when they think of God, they think of him as being like impersonal, like the great light in the sky, the heavens, whatnot. We understand him to be much more than that. We understand him as the absolute truth. So this light in the sky as such is actually, it's its impersonal aspect, it's the Brahman, it's its effulgence. That's what it is, it's just the effulgence. You only got that far here. Then beyond that, there is the Paramatma aspect, that's the localized aspect, that's the super soul. So we are the soul, next to the super soul, which witnesses and sanctions all our activities. So what we are able to do in life is because due to our desires and our karma. So we, if we want to be the richest of the richest, we have to deserve to be the richest of the richest as well. It's not just, you can effort will help, but then there's the karma, and the past karma has an impact as well. But the beautiful thing about being a devotee is, Krishna will not allow you to do anything that will be detrimental to your own bhakti. So I'll give the example of Dhruv Maharaj. He did great austerities, and he achieved the most amazing kingdom of planet, his own ruling planet of Dhruv. Yet afterwards he felt guilty that why was I wanting some great royal kingdom, whatnot, great power, when I could have the Lord himself. The Lord explained to him, you don't need to worry, I want you to have it. You can handle this. That's the thing. Krishna will only give us what we can handle. He wants us to come back to him. He understands the bigger picture. So if you do see somebody who gets some great, devotee who's very rich or whatever, he can handle it, she can handle it. There's no need to feel guilt, there's no need to feel jealous of them. And there's more about case that Krishna he's given us what we can handle. And that's the beauty of bhakti in itself. We are progressing towards him. Beyond that is the Bhagavan aspect. The Lord in this complete personal form. Now, here the Bhagavan, you understand, has been full in 6 appearances. So what are these 6 opulences? Knowledge, renunciation, fame, wealth. I've got 2 more left. Beauty, strength. Thank you, brother. Very good. I just want to make sure everybody's listening still. Yeah, so 6 opulences, what are 6 opulences? Now, the amazing thing about that is that it just shows how the Lord is complete. Like, typically most people can't be, you might be very strong, but you're likely to be very beautiful to go along with it. Likewise, if you're very beautiful, then you won't be very renounced. It's hard to be, if you're very beautiful, you look at yourself in the mirror half the time. But the Lord is complete. And above that, we understand that from the Bhagavatam, Ete Chamsha Kalapamsa Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Everything is his portion of plenary portion, his absolute portion. So everything comes from him. We are worshipping the Lord directly. And that's a great blessing there. And even beyond that is that one of the things about Krishna is that, so Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, that means he shows his full attributes. And he's also known as Lila Purushottam, which means his pastimes are foremost. That means the nectar we can enjoy from serving Krishna is unparalleled. And I'll ask some of the devotees here, can you name some of your favorite pastimes of Sri Krishna? I'm sure you can name at least one pastime each. I'll start with you, probably. I'm looking at you, so. Damodar pastime. And what do you like about the Damodar pastime?
It shows basically our endeavor to the Lord, and then he reciprocates us as 2 fingers short. So he looks at our endeavor and then Lord's mercy.
So that's a beautiful pastime there, that the Lord allows himself to become bound by his pure devotees. Mother showed it that way. There's the love there. It's not just awe and reverence or fear. There's actually direct relationship. Okay, Mataji's, would you like to share any pastimes that you particularly like? No? Go ahead.
I like the Nrsimha Dev and Prahlad Maharaj.
Okay, right. What do you like about that pastime?
It just shows that bhakti is not just for the very knowledgeable and very mature and grown-up people. Even a child can achieve it. So bhakti is so easily accessible. Bhakti has been given for all. It's up to your past karma and everything. But if in this life we decide that we are going to be single-pointedly, heading towards bhakti and heading towards God, it becomes possible.
That's a very nice pastime as well. Yet ultimately, it's Krishna's pastime that are sweet. It's because there is that interaction with the Lord. The Lord can be your friend. The Lord will be your child if you want it to be as well. Such a sweetness there that is unparalleled in any devotional line. And so that's the thing. So this bhakti, we understand, is very, very rare. We're very fortunate to actually come to it. Now, so now Krishna says, there's barely anyone who knows him at all. Hence, it's those that come to bhakti get to have at least a bit of understanding. We'll never know Krishna completely because Krishna's ever expanding. But we get to know a bit. What do you think then we can do to help in our bhakti? How can we, what do we need to do? It's not just doing the bhakti. What do we need to do to actually do better bhakti? I'll give you an example. What do you do to do better chanting? I'll give you a clue. It starts with O. There's about 10 of them. Thank you. 10 offenses. This is not a good sign. Okay, yes. If you want to do better chanting, because chanting is the Yuga Dharma, it is what we need to do if we want to purify ourselves, remove the good and bad karma, actually attain Krishna. You need to be mindful of the offenses. If you don't know about the offenses, please look them up. 10 offenses of the Lord. What is the first offense?
To blaspheme the devotees.
Yeah, I know it's a tough day, but yes, that's to blaspheme the devotees who dedicated their lives to propagating the holy name of the Lord. In other words, don't go around fault-finding with other devotees, criticizing other devotees unnecessarily. You can point out if somebody's doing something wrong, but there's a way to do it. You don't say, you're a complete fool, what are you doing with that? Maybe just help them out. Don't demean them. Don't criticize them. After this class, don't decide to criticize me. I was boring us all the way through. That's the thing. So this is about a cooperation there. It's about you helped other devotees, they help you, you're raising a bhakti. And what about the third offense? Anybody remember what that is? Disobey the order of spiritual master. This is the most important offense to avoid. Why? Because the Guru is the one who will take us towards Krishna. It is his mercy that drags us towards him. Therefore, if he gives us an instruction, it's because that's important for our devotional service. It's important for the movement. We need to take heed of it that we're not following instructions, we're not taking our relationship with him seriously, we're not taking our bhakti seriously. You see, bhakti sometimes people think you just do bhakti and it gets done, but there's quality of bhakti as well. For example, the bhakti is done in the modes as well. Now, the lowest being bhakti in the mode of ignorance. Bhakti in the mode of ignorance is when you are envious towards other devotees. You are going out your way to criticize and anger. But you may be violent towards them. That is bhakti that is not ultimately helpful, because while bhakti does purify you, by committing such great offense towards other devotees, you drag yourself down. And above that is bhakti in the mode of passion. This is bhakti done for personal fame. Now, you can be very productive this way. You can do, you may be very skilled, you can do a lot. But if you're looking for devotional service for your own personal fame, the problem with that is that there will be times when things don't go as well. Or that you don't get the appreciation that you feel you deserve, or you may deserve. Then you might decide to go away from bhakti, because you feel, I'm not appreciated here, I can go to somewhere else. So that's not the best bhakti either. Above that is bhakti in the mode of goodness, where you offer your results to Krishna completely. You're looking to get rid of all your karma, you're serving the Lord. Now this is very nice as well. It's actually, if you get to this part, this is very good. The only problem with this part is there's still some selfishness there. It's still about, I want to get out of this material world, I want to go back to Godhead, which might seem strange. Why? I want to go back to Godhead, what's wrong with that? There's still an I element there. You want to get to pure devotional service. That is where you only care about pleasing Him. Then it doesn't matter if things go good or bad as such, because you're doing all for Him anyway. You'll do your best and you look to improve on it, but you're doing all for Him. So that is the quality of bhakti we aim for. That's why we take the bona fide Guru. That's the important part, the bona fide Guru. He's the one, the bona fide Guru is the one that can show you, he or she, yes, that they are serving the Lord for the Lord's pleasure only, under the correct instruction, and then they can take you towards Krishna as well. So that's the mood we're looking to develop. And as I say all this, you might feel slightly discouraged, because things sounds quite hard. But there's no reason to be discouraged, because Krishna has explained in Bhagavad-Gita, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papabhyo mokshayishyami shuchiha. Abandon all variety of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. In other words, Krishna is telling you, just take to this bhakti path and I will bring you towards me. Krishna wants you towards him. He's actively trying to bring you back. He wants you back. If he didn't want you back, why would he bother with this material world? This is like his pit stop. Till you're willing to come back, you can stay here. But even beyond that, there's even better news. Because in this particular yuga, we have the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya, unlike Krishna, because Lord Chaitanya is an avatar of Krishna, but he is, unlike Krishna, Krishna is telling you to surrender unto him. Lord Chaitanya doesn't care about that. He is Patita Pavanam, deliver the fallen. He's just saying, just take to bhakti. You don't have to be a particular high quality devotee. You don't even have to have anything going for you as such. You could be like a Jagai Madai, with two drunkards causing havoc everywhere. He still accepted them as devotees. Just chant the holy name of the Lord. Serve with the devotees, serve the Vaishnavas. Go and Harinam Sankirtan. So we had past December, it was great. Lots of devotees came out. you're distributing the holy name of the Lord, everybody's working together, it's beautiful. So that's the thing, we have the mercy of Mahaprabhu. And there's even more mercy there. We have the mercy of Acharyas, our gurus, Prabhupada. Now, Prabhupada himself, in that old age, came to the West to give the message of the Lord as per the instruction of his guru. And the beauty of that is that it just shows the intensity of the Vaishnavas that they're so kind that whatever situation, they're giving their mercy. Now, one of those famous, situations was that even though his disciples, Prabhupada's disciples, were directly interacting with them, they felt like maybe they couldn't keep to the standard of Prabhupada. I would ask for them. They felt like, can you manage 90%? I don't know, Prabhupada, about 80%. I'm not sure, Prabhupada. But Prabhupada told them, look, I've got the back door to the key to Lord Vrindavan. Just hold on to my dhoti, and I will bring you along with him. That's all we need to do. Just follow the message of your gurus, follow the message of Prabhupada, take the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, and you will go back to Godhead. Have this faith. Don't worry if you think you not have a high standard or you've committed faults as such. You will make mistakes. That is inevitable in this world. As long as we have our faith in the Lord, our faith in our Guru, we will go back. You carry that faith with you, it will happen. It's happened for so many for us, it will happen for us as well. And that's all you need to do. Okay, I'll finish the class then. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. If there are any questions, comments, you can go ahead. I can understand everybody's not feeling great on my part too. That's okay, so no questions, comments. The fact that you managed to listen the whole way through, I was happy with that. I wasn't sure if it was going to turn up, but you all came, you all interacted. That's the attitude you need to take. You just keep serving Krishna, keep taking association of Krishna, keep taking association of devotees. You can't go wrong.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Okay. It's not a difficult question, but it sounds easy, but it is very difficult. Whatever you explained, it sounds very nice, and when we're hearing and everyone's hearing, it seems that okay, we have got Mahaprabhu in this yuga. So the process is easy, he's kind, he's in the mood of Srimati Radharani, and he's not a hard taskmaster as Krishna. But we are the jivas of Kali Yuga. We have got all the bad qualities, and we are all in a reformatory process at the moment. We think that we are lording it over, but we are not. We have been foolish while serving to Krishna, and we have fallen down. So how we can keep our enthusiasm up when we are surrounded by the modes 24/7?
Because like I said, Mahaprabhu is Patit Pavan, deliverer of fallen. So the fact that you have all these bad qualities is actually a good thing, because he's looking for you. He's not looking for the very good, very great already. The great have already gone back to Godhead. He's looking for those. His special mercy. Once in the day of Brahma, he's come to give that special mercy. It doesn't matter if none of us are that capable, truth be told. Maybe obviously I can't should say everyone else. Sometimes you might get some great saints here, so they're different. But typically most of us aren't really that worthy of it. Mahaprabhu doesn't care if we're not worthy of it. Our gurus don't care if we're not worthy of it. They're giving us the mercy anyway. Just take it. Rather than thinking yourself, I can't do this, I can't do this. It doesn't matter if you can't do this. Like I said, we're grabbing it to Prabhupada Dhoti, he's dragging us along. Even we are the limited, he is the limited, just Krishna is the limited. We've all been dragged along. It doesn't matter. In Kali Yuga, it's really about the mood is so important, because our qualities, compared to previous yugas, our qualities are pretty pathetic quite rightly. But we have the great fortune that our test in some ways is also the greatest, because we are so incapable. It's like a little child, when he, talk about nephew here. My nephew, He's like only 3 years old, yet he can totally dominate the room just by, like he's done a drawing or, it says a smart comment here and there. So we're like that to the Lord in that sense. Like, we're like a little kid. We don't really, we don't expect too much, but if we're showing an interest in the Lord, we actually take it towards the devotion service, we're bringing joy to the Lord. And that's what we need to just bring joy to Him. By serving the Lord, we please the Lord, we please the devotees. By serving the devotees, we please the Lord even more. So that's what you got to do. Just don't worry about, I'm not capable or whatever. None of us are really capable. It's just that you have the mercy, so take it. So.
But we have to follow the 4 regulations and minimum 16 rounds, isn't it?
Yes, we have to do all that. And it's really not that difficult if you take the process. You see, Mahamaya directs towards the lower taste, but Yogamaya directs towards the higher taste. And specifically, the service of Sri Radha and Krishna is very potent. And then we've got Gauranathai who serve, they don't take offense. So if you worry about offenses, Gauranathai don't take offense. Again, that's saying, that says why making excuses, can't do this, can't do that. Just do your best. You will improve. Take association of senior devotees. They will help you improve even more. And then you get to that point. It doesn't matter if it's not 100%. Prabhupada said you don't have to be 100%. Just keep improving. Get yourself to a level where, you're actually worth, okay, you know what, this person is actually sincere. If you can show sincerity, then it's very much possible.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm just thinking, so Lord Chaitanya is very merciful, very power, but we have to make the first move, right? We see all the personalities in Chaitanya and Chaitanya. There is the personalities that somehow, by providence maybe, they met Lord Chaitanya and they got the mercy, like even Ajaya Gauraraya, they saw something in Jigai and that sort of helped. And even the king of Puri, he disguised himself as a low person and they went to, so like that. So they made the first move or they showed something. So how do you get the foolish people, especially now, the Lord is not physically here, how do you get the foolish people to take on Krishna consciousness?
Prashadam? That's the easiest method. Then introduce some kirtan.
But then you Prashadam, so you mean give it out in the streets, so they won't necessarily come here?
Yeah, you have streets, and then they have a text Prashadam. We have program, we can have some Prashadam there as well. We have, now we have kirtan, we have, we have it's like a festival. Rath Yatra, you can dance with us. Rath Yatra is a great example. You see the devotees dancing with the Lord. You don't have to overload them with philosophy. That scares people off. Not everyone likes philosophy. I like philosophy, but not everyone's like me that way. So you give them some. That's the beauty of bhakti. There's so many different methods to attract people. You just got to figure out what attracts the person you're speaking to. And sometimes it's easier because, like I said, if they're dancing in the streets and whatever, then okay, invite them out, you come and dance some more. And you'll get food later on as well, get prashadam later on. And then throw in a bit of philosophy in there as well. Why are we dancing? It's not just any old rave party as they call it, it's a party for the Lord. And slowly but surely they get purified. Some will surprise you actually, some might be genuinely interested to know more. It's a tricky one because this bhakti has to explain. Bhakti is very rare. It's hard for us to take on for those because it is the ultimate gift. Yeah, we have to keep trying and maybe sometimes be a bit clever in how we do things, rather than just like saying that book distribution, rather than just overload them. This is Bhagavad-Gita. This is the correct shastra or whatever. Maybe just talk about like I am a soul. We talk about soul consciousness and this will help us to deal with our miseries, that sort of thing. Yeah, so sometimes I think like you're a businessman, so you think like how can I get the deal done? How can I get the sale done? You'll obviously think of that before you go and meet a potential customer. Instead of saying with a new potential devotee, you got to try and work out what can I say that get their interest, get that hook, rather than just any old sales pitch that doesn't make any interest in them. I think you do particularly well at it. So yeah, you just figure out your own particular sales pitch, and I think you're a good salesman.
Yeah, well, Russell Prabhupada is the best businessman because he actually got the devotees. He cooked, and later on they found out they have to 60 rounds and they have to follow 4. They had no idea. They just came, they thought it was like Kirtan and Prashad. Just chant and be happy and take Prashad. But then the later part, they're saying that we didn't know we have to do rounds, the ways, and we have to follow no meat eating and no intoxication. They have no idea. But once you're in,
Yeah.
it's too difficult to leave. Once you've understood it, you'll do anything to stay.
That's pretty high taste. If you take, if you just go along the process, you develop the taste for it. Then you what you want to do it rather than you actually want to chant as opposed to listen to nonsense stuff. So yeah, just get on the path and let Krishna take the rest.
The dream is too sweet to let go.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll put in more. I'll pay more. In the deal, as long as I can have this, what you got to offer.
Alright, so you've got the answers today.
It makes sense.
Okay. I think that's everybody done then pretty much. So very well.
Thank you very much, Prabhu, for such a nice good class. So I'll ask Mataji maybe one thing they would like to take from the class from today. And Mataji, one thing you would like to take from the class today. Take home.
How can I deepen my bhakti more?
How can you deepen your bhakti? So what are you going to do? The resolutions?
No, I wake up in the morning, like after spoken job, so that's regular now, it's in this way. But it's when I chant and I do that, properly focus on Krishna. I don't focus on Krishna's feet when I chant. But this is your focus like this.